Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about Flippity.net. I'm Zoila Rangel, I3 and librarian, Montclair Elementary. Flippity.net is an easy way to turn your Google Sheets into interactive activities. So let's go ahead and get started. What you're going to go ahead and do is visit Flippity.net. And there's different things you can do with Flippity. I'm going to talk about a couple of them today, including the random name picker, as well as Flippity matching game, how to make a crossword puzzle, and flashcards using Flippity. We're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to do the Flippity name picker. One of the reasons I like this is because you can have a demo where you can see all the things that you can do with it. I'm going to go ahead and click on demo. This might look like a random name picker wheel from other websites, but it has lots more options because you can change the spinner to a single name. The spinner is random, so it might pick the student's name again. And if you only do single name, it won't pick the student's name until you reach the end of the list. You can reshuffle them when you get to the end of the list. One of the reasons I like the random name picker is because once you have your student's name in there, you can make groups of 2 by just clicking on the tab, groups of 3, groups of 4. You can make teams of 2, teams of 3. And if you need more teams or more groups, you can click on more, and there you can have more options. When you're doing groups, and let's say you've got a couple of students that don't work well together, you can easily change that by clicking on the students' names. Let's say we want to change Jessica and Denzel, switch them from groups. All you have to do is just click on it and it'll switch it for you. If you don't like how it randomized and made the groups, you can go ahead and shuffle again and it will shuffle the groups for you. This is a great way if when you have a sub, you can go ahead and print this off. They have a printer-friendly version for you, and you can leave it for the sub. One of the reasons I like the name picker is because it also has a jigsaw. So we've all seen the activity where you have your original groups, and then this will jigsaw it so that those students can go to 3 different groups, and then they can go back to their original activity for the jigsaw. If you're not sure what a jigsaw activity is, I would probably search it. It's a really great activity for original groups. They each go out, learn something new, and bring it back to the original group and teach pretty much their original group what they learned at their jigsaw group. So that is random name picker. Now I'm going to show you how to do your own. We're going to go back because this was just the demo. And we're going to go to the instructions for a random name picker. You could easily just type in your kids' names there and it'll generate it and go to a link, and then you can always bookmark that link for you. But if you have it in a Google Sheets, which I like the idea because then you can update it. And then on the Google Sheets, you can add all of your classes. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is click on this template. It's going to bring you to a Google Sheets, and you're going to go ahead and make a copy of it. And the most important thing about Flippity is do not click or remove any of the blue on there. They have their code already set up for you. You can change these names. This is first period math, second period math. You can add more tabs to it. Let's say this is my library group. I can go ahead and add my library group in there. This is where you would go ahead and delete these and add your students. if I wanted to go ahead and take some of these students from here and just copy them into my library, there's my new library group. I'll possibly go ahead and delete these as well. And then on this one, all you would have to do is click up here and it'll take you directly, it'll give you a link to the random name picker. It'll take you directly here. And then these are your new student names. Again, and you have all of, add them into groups, add them into teams. I'm going to go back to our Google Sheets. That was for the first period math. I could do second period math. I could do the library one. Again, all I would have to do is click on the link where it says click here. And this is my new library random name picker. And again, same thing. It'll do the groups for you. So on this Google Sheets, what I would probably do is go ahead and change the copy of flippity.net to, this is going to be my 2023 school year, maybe the first semester, and then save it into your Google Drive. In my Google Drive, I would go ahead and create a folder just for all my Flippity activities so that I can easily access it. Or you can go ahead and bookmark this tab and then just create a folder on your bookmarks bar for Flippity. And back to the name, I would probably do the random name picker so that I know which one I am looking for. Because like I said, there's different activities. So this is flippity.net random name picker. Again, easily, you can just copy and paste your students' names. You can also enter pictures. The thing with the pictures, they can be on Google Drawings or they must come from the web. They cannot be pictures of your that are just in your Google Drive. But you can definitely add pictures if you would like to flippity.net. Let me make sure I talked about everything I wanted to. Like I said, I would definitely save this in a Google Drive for easy access. And on the directions for the, I'm going to go back to that. On the directions, it does tell you how many columns you can make up to, I believe you may use up to 12 columns. So I don't know if any of us have more than 12 classrooms. If you're a librarian like me, you probably do have 12 classrooms. But I would go ahead and just do different Google Sheets for maybe third, fourth, fifth, and then my lower grade levels. What a great way to, again, randomly pick students, make it more interactive for them. There is more frequently asked questions that gives you more information about, if the random will pick a student's name twice. And I mentioned that earlier. You probably want to do a sign up, single name or lineup for them. All right, so that was the random, make your own random name picker. I'm going to go back to flippity.net. All right, now what I want to talk to you about is the matching game. And what I think about matching when I think about it is I think of matching and a memory game. I'm going to go ahead and click on the demo so you can see how it works. On this matching game, it will speak to you. They're matching cards here. I don't know if you heard that, but it did read out the word brown. On your Google Sheets, it will read it to you in different languages as well. You just have to set the language if you want it to English or to Spanish, or if you have students that need another language. For this purpose right now, I'm just going to go ahead and mute the sound. I won't need it. So to me, this is kind of like a memory game because it's not flipping the, you've got to flip the cards over until you find the match. But we can also do a matching game where it shows you all of the cards and then you've got to like match them. And what I was thinking about this matching game is a great review for vocabulary. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on, we want to make our own matching game. Again, there's a quick and easy one. But if you want to be able to use this again, I would definitely go ahead and use the Google Sheets one. on this Google Sheets, you will have to share it and publish it to the web. You're going to need that link, and then it'll show you where you can access that link. So I'm going to go ahead and click on make a copy of this template, and this is the one for the matching. And it's going to say, do you want to make a copy of it? Yes, we do. It's going to take a few seconds. All right, so right now, like I said, they do have the audio for it. They have different languages. You can click French, German, Spanish. Just make sure that you the words that you type in there are in Spanish. And this is what I was talking about. You can add images to your matching game, but you could easily also just add vocabulary words to it. Under options, this is where I was talking about what kind of game do you want to have it done? Game type. Is it memory or is it a matching one? So I'm going to click on matching one. When I was reviewing Flippity and everything that I wanted to talk about, someone had mentioned when it said the done text, what do you want it to say? A teacher had mentioned if you want to have the students turn it in, maybe at the end, like a screenshot of their work, then make this more specific. So when you're reading that screenshot that they took, then you know what activity it was. So I'm going to say, awesome. Thanks for practicing your earth vocabulary. And I'm not really going to type in earth vocabulary, but just so that I can give you an idea. You can change the colors, the font. I'm going to leave the rest of it there. I'm going to go back to my matching game. I'm going to leave that on there for right now. But like I said, you could put in vocabulary words in there for the matching. And then most important step is now I have to share it and publish it to the web. So what I'm going to do is go up to File, Share, Publish to the web. I'm going to go ahead and click on Publish. We're going to put OK. And then this is it. I don't really have to do anything else with it. As long as I get that link right there and it shows up, we're good. So I'm going to go ahead and close this window. And then over here to this tab where it says get the link here, I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And this is the link that I would share. If I'm going to put this in Canvas, then this is the link that I would share. If you would still do Google Classroom, this is the link you would share with your students. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it. So now it's not a memory game, it's a matching game. Again, this is much simpler, but I'm thinking science review, what you could do with it. So I'm going to start clicking the words. Oh, I want to go ahead and mute it too. Awesome that it reads it to you. Once the options are, you made a match, it will take away the matches. And then I want to show you at the very end what it's going to do. So orange and orange. And red and red. And then you can make this as simple or as difficult as you want it for your students. Black and black. Again, what popped into my mind was vocabulary review. All right, so we're done. And then this is where, awesome, thanks for practicing your earth vocabulary. If I was actually doing earth vocabulary, I would ask my students, okay, go ahead and take a screenshot of this so I know which one you were doing and that you've completed it. And then I could ask them to submit the screenshot onto Canvas and mark as done for their activity. So this was matching. I'm gonna make sure I have everything. You can also, again, this matching game, once you save it, again, save it to that folder on your Google Drive for Flippity activities. Rename it. This was our Earth vocabulary so that you have it and you can use it over again. You can also bookmark it into a Flippity folder on your bookmarks bar. All right. Now I want to go ahead and briefly touch on using the flashcards on flippity.net. So I'm going to go to Flippity back again. All right. So with the flashcards, I'm going to go ahead and click on the demo so you can see it. And they've got like geography. You can practice your flashcards. You can look at the lists of the flashcards that they have. Do a matching activity with the flashcards. You can type in the answer to the flashcards. What I'm going to do is I'm going to want to make my own set of flashcards. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And once again, it's going to give you the instructions. You want to make a copy of the template, edit side 1, side 2, whatever you want to do with it. When you're done, file, share, and publish to the web. You're going to get the link. I believe it said that audio does work on this, and you can save pictures to the flashcards. But again, they have to be with a URL address from, you can use Google Drawings, or you can use the ones from published from the web. So what we're going to do is go ahead and we're going to make a copy of this. And again, we're making our own set of flashcards. So we're going to click on this template and we're going to make a copy. And it's working its magic. All right. So what you really want to focus on here, again, audio, what a great thing. It'll change the audio to different languages. So just depending what you're looking for. Again, do not touch the blue bar. Never touch the blue bar. So they've got, and again, you can copy and paste if you already have vocabulary from something else. Just copy and paste it onto here. I'm going to keep this on for purposes, just leave it there. So if I was editing, I could take out, I don't want this information, just easily delete it. And that's what you would do, just delete it and enter your information. Here, I wanted to show you, this is just from a video from YouTube that they put in, and they uploaded a picture from Wikipedia. Again, you can add visuals, but the visuals either have to be a URL address with like JPEG or PNG, or you can upload it into a Google Drawing and then get the link from the Google Drawing. All right, so once you have your vocabulary, I would go ahead and change my name. So if, again, we were doing Earth vocabulary, change my name, save it to my Google Drive with my Flippity folder already in there. And then I've updated it. I've added my vocabulary. I'm going to go ahead and share this. So we go to share. We go into publish to the web. We're going to go ahead and yes, click on the green publish button, push OK. And then from here, I don't need to do anything. As long as I get that link, we are good to go. We're going to go ahead and close this. And then click on the tab down below that says click here to get the link. And again, this is the link that I would share with my students. You could even have your students create their own flashcards, and they could share this with you or share it with the other students. What a great way to hold them accountable and have them practice their vocabulary. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the link. It's working its magic. There we go. So we have our flashcards, and again, you're just going through the flashcards. If you want to see the list of the flashcards, they're there. You can match the flashcards. I'd have to see the list to see what. So there's still a lot of on here. It just really depends on what kind you want to do. So if I click on the winner of the Super Bowls, I'm looking for the Denver. I want to see what it does. Again, play around with it. Maybe not so many options for your kiddos. So it takes it away. So the matching game, just thinking right now, I would probably do the vocabulary flashcards first and then use these same vocabulary flashcards to do a matching game without having to do that step. Once you have the vocabulary words in your Google Sheets, you could always copy them to the matching or the memory one. But it kind of does both of them right there for you. So kids can practice, make sure they have them, and then go ahead and start matching the flashcards. There's more activities on here that I would suggest that you guys take your time to, play around with it. They've got a board game. I looked at the bingo one because I thought it would be a great idea for my little ones to practice their sight words. And what a fun way to practice their sight words by playing bingo. All you have to do is put in your list of words. And then let's go to, is it under more? Okay, right here where you would print the board. I don't want 20 boards. Maybe I want 22 boards. Maybe I have 22 kids. Maybe I always want to have a class set. And then it'll print the boards for you. I had free space, but here they are. And then you would just print the 20 boards for yourself. Let me go back to the bingo. What I want to do for the instructions, I'm going to click on instructions for the bingo. And again, you have a quick and easy one you could use. I would just probably always save it in a Google Sheets just so that I know where it's at. I can update it easily. Oh, darn it. This Google Sheets version is not available, but you can still add your terms and change your terms here. So I would probably just go ahead and delete this and enter my sight words in here for my little ones if I was going to do sight words with them, and then create my boards, how many boards I want to create by just clicking on the generate button. But what a great way. Again, Flippity, you have many different activities. I love that it demos for you and it gives you pretty much the explanations, the instructions. Definitely check out Random Name Picker. Flashcards would be great for vocabulary review. Once you've got those flashcards, you can do a matching game. Bingo again for the sight words. What a great way to practice your sight words. Another one that I did want to mention was the crossword. If you've already got your vocabulary words saved and you've got them in a Google Sheets, all you really have to do is just copy and paste. But what I liked about the crossword is, and crosswords are really meant for it to be printed like in a PDF folder. You can make different versions of the same one. So here, I don't know, just take a quick glance of what it looks like. I'm going to refresh and it has the same words, but now they're in a different order. So I could pretty much print this crossword. That's one version. I don't want to really print it. Let me move this, cancel. I could also print, if I was leaving this for a sub, make sure I leave the key. Maybe do another version and then just print that version as well. So if you wanted to maybe not have kids like share their answers, this is a great way. But crossword definitely meant more for printing purposes. You would want to share that. So let's see if we can make our own crossword puzzle. And this is another one that you would have to use their template, make a copy of it, file, and publish to the web. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And again, all of these I would go ahead and save in my Google Drive in a Flippity folder. I would go ahead and rename. This actually looks like more Earth vocabulary words. Unit, we can name it Unit 2. And I could take away, delete the words you don't need. Some of these actually could work for elementary students. But instead of that, I would possibly go ahead and delete the rows. Take away the ones I don't need, add the ones I do need, my vocabulary words. All right, I've edited. I could copy and paste, type in my new vocabulary words. Remember, do not touch the blue part. We want to go to File. We want to go to Share, Publish to the web. We want to click on the Publish button. Yes, okay, we're sharing this. I've got my link. I can go ahead and close this out. Go to the tab on the bottom that says Get Link Here. And again, this is what I would share with my students. Actually, I wouldn't share this with my students. Again, I'm sorry, crosswords are meant more for printing out, not for, not unless you have like a, I've gone blank what it is, the whiteboard, the large whiteboard that your students can write on. I don't know if anybody in GISD has that, but I don't. So definitely print that out so the students could work on that in just paper and pencil. Not unless, I'm trying to think of a different version of how they could do it digitally, but I don't see it happening. But that's crosswords for on flippity.net. Once again, if you haven't tried it, give it a try. You can find some great things on Flippity. If there's anything that you would like me to further practice or show you with, just check it out. This is awesome. I like the Flippity word master. Kind of looks like the Wordle of the day. A great way to practice vocabulary. Again, random name picker is probably one of the most popular ones here on Flippity. I'm going to go ahead and share a link with you so that you can go ahead and I'm going to put it, I believe I can share it. It's the feedback form. Actually, I don't think I can share it since it's a webinar. All right, I'm sorry. Thank you for coming and learning about flippity.net. Again, easily turn your Google spreadsheets into interactive, fun activities.